I love hip hop. It's like one of my favorites music. Outside, I'm gonna keep it real. Outside of R&B, you know what I'm saying? Reggae. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
my favorite music and house music.
Is it weird for 50-year-old men to form a group to create hip hop music? Let's dive in. Peace, and welcome to the world of Us Brothers United, where we tell our story weekly in episodes documenting our journey of conquering the world in hip hop. And this is a documentary of four brothers who came together to do something special in music.
Yo,
In
God.
fact,
God, I'm glad you said that because man, Slim was just talking about. I was saying, I think right now, from my point of view, Nas is the greatest rapper. You know what I mean? That has ever lived. And what I'm saying is outside of our team. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we got a talented team, but I'm talking about like mainstream art. You know what I mean? Like, and it's kind of like goes to like what you were saying because and I got to throw reggae into that. It's like intellectual music always has a long shelf life. You know what I mean? Like that shoot 'em up, bang bang, and bad bitch, fucking a lot of hoes and all of that, and tricking, and you know what I mean? Like that has a short shelf life, and Nas showing and proving the longevity in intellectual music. Just like he
him,
said,
and you know what?
man,
Not only him. I would like to mention one of the all-time greats on what I see with my eye. KRS-One.
but that's what we were
Um,
saying. We were saying intellectual rappers. Add on.
yeah, KRS-One. He's one of the ones that held the torch. Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Um, I give a shout out to all those guys that was just mentioned. Yo, man, while we on video, straight up, I went to the casino out here. Went there one night to try to make some money and didn't know that Nas was there, son. I was like, oh
Oh,
snap! So I seen,
yo, son, I never thought about that. That's when you see Nas, he was probably taking care of that business, right?
huh?
That's probably when he was buying the casino when you seen him at the casino.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. And he was releasing his new magazine, Queen's something. I forgot what it said. Queens get the money. I think
Oh,
that's
that's
the
fine.
name of it.
That's fine. That's fine.
But it's a very hot magazine, well done. My prayers go to the gods, and I pray it take off for Nas. He's a good dude. I was gonna run up on him, son, but something told me, nah, don't do it. And
Yeah.
I chilled. But one thing I could say, and I brought him up because we was born to do this. We was born to do this hip hop stuff. And me, even though I didn't run up on him, I gave praise to the universe for me and him being in the same space and time, God. So just me standing there, even though I ain't go all in his face and all that, even though I wanted to real bad, and I just realized, like, yo, man, him was just right there at the same time together, man. And it was hot. And he's definitely one of my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked with him twice. I worked with him. I recorded. He did a remix with Jaheim.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded that joint, and then on "Marry Share My World," he did a verse on one of them records. I think it was "Share My World,"
Mm-hmm.
but they had to go. They had to go on David Letterman's show and the whole shit. You know what I mean? I was back behind stage and the whole shit with Nas. You know what I'm saying, God? Like
Mm-hmm.
solid,
That's
God.
nice.
Solid,
Yeah,
God.
I heard he's a very nice gentleman.
son, no ego, humble, God. Like,
Heard.
you know what I'm saying, God? Like, I mean, it's like, yo, God. But one thing I noticed is that them cats that's at the top, they special people. Like, you know what I mean? No, like you meet them motherfuckers, be like, yo, I see why. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like they say Michael Jackson is like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? They say like once you meet Michael Jackson, you ain't never the same, man. You like, yo, I bet Jesus, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So add on, Slim. What you think about what Rad was saying?
It's definitely like he said, man. It's got to be in you. It's got to be in you. You chose for it. Like, it's no other way to put it. You
Yeah.
chose for it.
Word.
Right.
And that'd be my problem. I'll be like, damn, why all this shit? Why I feel like this? Like, and that's what it is, man. You be chose for it. So just having that in you, you know, makes all of us special people.
Yeah.
Word.
And what's if there's anything that you want to bring to hip hop, what do you think that you bring to hip hop?
I mean, what's hip hop for? The definition of what's hip hop for. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
We black little boys. Hold up, we black little boys from the trenches. So you know what I'm saying? We in it. So we telling the story just like we watch another story from another country. You know what I mean? They just telling their story of real life. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it be at. It's real life. So you just telling your story.
mm-hmm.
We in the trenches with it though. Like it's different coming out of this one. Like you know what I'm saying? It's so much. So just all around you. So it just drops in your lap. Like for real, it's all in you.
And it's like to add on to what you're saying is like I always think of it like I think Chuck D when he said it's the CNN of the hood. You know what I mean? Like hip hop is the CNN of the hood. Is that it's like up until hip hop, nobody knew the black story. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know like how we interacted with each other and what's up, my nigga? You know what I mean? And it was like they always show like the bougie, you know what I mean, not non-threatening black man, you know what I mean, on TV. And it's like I know like as a black man growing up in Red, it was like, yo, I always disagreed with TV shows. You know what I mean? Like the news, to interview somebody on the news, they never show somebody who I was like, yeah, word, I agree with them. Everybody was corny, you know what I mean? Goofy. And so they never really cared about even like with the teachers. Like the teachers got they got their favorite. They got the teachers' pets. You know what I mean? The one cats is bringing apples to the teachers, and the teachers like the black girl. But there's a section of the school where it's like, or I should say, a subgroup of the school where it's like this kid that they don't want to be bothered with. You know what I'm saying? They sending them to the office, giving them a bad reputation. Teachers talk about them and scheme on how they're going to control them. And by the time they fourth, fifth grade, young niggas, they hate school, and they, so for me, like, hip hop is rebellious. You know what I mean? Like, the hip hop is the most threatening to the pain. Overcoming the pain that's been perpetrated on them.
That's definitely where it's at. It's the pain, son. It's definitely.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I always like coming up with a concept where it's like we're telling a story, because if I tell you a story, you can relate to my story. But if I tell my story to somebody in Belgium or Wales, or you know what I mean, like they're not going to be able to understand. You understand what I'm saying? And so, or what I should say, they'll hear something that they never like. Oh wow, I never knew it was like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hip hop did. It was like it showed the alphas of the community, because in the black community, like especially in the '90s, full of alphas, '80s and '90s, full of alphas. You know what I mean? Rakim was an alpha, KRS was an alpha. You know what I mean? Like Big Daddy Kane was an alpha. Like you know what I mean? These was like brothers who like had strong opinions, strong ways. They were able to show the world. And so that's why my coach is. I was working at Giant. Ron Allaire was my one of my mentors, and he loved Bob Marley. And I said, yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? A little white girl like Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? But it's because he's intellectual and he's telling a story that anybody can understand. And sometimes, like hip hop got into a thing where it's like it became something where people looking at from the outside, and so these guys only tell a story that their ops can understand. Somebody who's on that, you know what I mean, on that level can understand. Running the streets, tricking, you know what I mean, scamming. And so there's a whole crowd that don't want to hear that. There's a whole population that doesn't want to hear that. There's no longevity in that. Like I said, if you make a record for it's simple enough for a white girl to swing it to you, then that record is going to grow globally. But if I'm making a record about my ops on the opposite side of town, and it's only a small segment of niggas that can understand and want to even hear that. And I think that's the problem with it right now is like with that trap music. It's a trap. You're building yourself into a small square that is only gonna last for 5 years, 10 years at the most. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is only people that are gonna like it, and I mean you might get 100 million views because you talk about your homeboy from across town. And so when he died, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like most of these young rappers, I find out about them after they dead. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, he got killed. Like, oh, I was like, damn, who's this? And then I started checking this music guy. I was like, oh, yo, this nigga nice. You know what I'm saying? And so when we, you know, and I think that's what like with Nas, KRS, they're speaking on a point of view that they're shining light on ghetto issues, good issues, black issues that anybody around the world can relate to. You know, it's like that song from the Kelly, Parliament, Flashlight. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They shining the flash, they shining the light. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think like that song that we did with Last Daze, dog, like that concept was so crazy. You know what I mean? Because that is what people have in mind. You know what I mean? Like, worried about, everybody feel like they're the last day. Especially these young cats. You know what I'm saying?
Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There is nothing wrong. We have taken control as to bring you this special show. We will return it to you as soon as you are moved.
Okay, here. Last days as we blaze. This is for the last days. This is for my last days.
Several microphone accomplishments speaks volumes of those that represent the grind, the struggle, the survival, the method, the sacrifices from the past, so I never received the present. And as far as the future, you gotta watch you trying to shoot you with no aim. Say the name, say their name, say his name, say her name. Repeating the same shit is insanity, and it's the man in me that must be insane, cause I keep on seeing the same fucking thing. So I don't know nothing but to keep moving to deliver this. Here goes the pot, the piss. We already drowned all in that shit. Now what's that smell? That's you pissed off. You can't beat a dead horse, but it's already dead, boss. I'm so sorry for your loss. Take this book, basic instructions before leaving Earth. When we ain't scared, we just prepared. Come on, let me take you there.
Take you there. Headstrong. Yeah, I'm a star, heavy on the boulevard. Got music for the streets, clubs, cars, and local bars. Against all odds when it comes to this rap biz. See, this is what I do, but it ain't how I live. What it is, seventh wonder shining like the pyramids. The more I give, the more I see my spirit live. I walk and talk with the truth. You wanna hear it is my last days. I wanna spend it with my wife and kids and tell her that I love her. She held me down at night in this crazy street life. very bright lights. I'm sipping yakking, building with my AN lights, you know. The ones that take it back with the banana seats on those pedal bikes. Right, I'm taking life as it comes. I met your time with the sun. I'm on my route, on my path as a chosen one. A loaded gun, a pocket full of ammo, and nowhere to run. I'm saying.
All you need to know is that these brothers spit the truth from the nuts. Culture stack, 10 o'clock at night in these streets where your family at. Yo, this path is narrow, bold and narrow, better watch your back. In the last stage with a blicky to my niggas' heart. I don't really care about these haters when they shoot they dart. Sucker shit is lame, who's to blame when we all at fault? Storming in my brain, cause a strain on my train of thought. Focus on the best and the worst shit I tear apart. Light is the only solution for the dark. This token I'm promoting make this rapping game a sport. They last of these coward ass stalkers in my stash. Remote for higher learning, sitting naked in the class. Turn up the Zod page, got them stuck between the glass. This life isn't fit for humans, that's why I fast. Indulging high grade, stupid niggas catching phase. Caught him while he's sleeping, gave his brain the last days.
The last days is a period of time marked by significant trials, moral decline, and ultimately the return of the Christ. So if you're not ready, be sure to get ready. Now is the time. Self or save. Save yourself before you can save others. You must be able to save yourself. Self or save. Us Brothers United. Funk that. Funk that.